Hi friends, here we see the unit of basic of fluid power and pumps. Okay, there is a classification of hydraulic pumps. In that shows that classification of hydraulic pumps in non-positive and non-positive displacement. Here we see the classification. First there is a hydraulic pumps. In that there is a non-positive displacement pump and positive displacement pump. Okay, then in non-positive displacement pump there is a centrifugal, then second is the axial flow, then third is the mixed flow. Okay, and in positive displacement there are the two types, rotary and reciprocating. Okay, in rotary there are the gear external gear, internal gear. Okay, and second one is the vane. In vane there is a fixed displacement and there is a variable displacement. Okay, then there is a balanced vane pump and unbalanced vane pump. Okay, then in reciprocating there is a axial piston and radial piston. Okay, then there is a in axial piston there is a bent axial and inline axial. Okay, in inline axial there is a variable plate and inclinable swash plate. Okay, and third one is the cam or crankshaft driven piston pump. Okay, in reciprocating there is also a radial piston. In radial piston there is a stationary cylinder block or rotary cylinder block. This is how we have seen a classification of hydraulic pump. Then we'll see the construction and principle of working of external gear pump. Okay, in external gear pump the figure shows external gear pump. In that there is a gear pump can be further be classified as external gear pump and internal gear pump. Okay, a typical external gear diagram is shown in the figure. Now see that it consists of two spherical gear mounted on their respective shaft. Okay, the shaft are support between the bearing. The assembly is contained in the housing or casing. Means this all housing or casing, that is a outlet. The casing is made of cast iron, while the gear and the shaft are the alloy steel. Okay, the gear are heated and hardened for wear resistance. The gear are finished with the fine tolerance and smooth surface finishing. The assembly is made with great precision and fine radial and axial clearance. Okay, then the pump is external driven by an electric motor or a diesel engine. Once the gear is driven from the prime mover while the other is driven by the driven gear. Okay, then here we see the some diagram explanation. In that there is a inlet port from left side and outlet port from right side. Okay, then there is a driven gear and ideal gear. Means what? And that two gear has a opposite direction to flow. Now see that for the direction of rotation of the gear shown in the figure, the liquid fills with the gaps between the meshing of a gear. This trapped liquid is carried out from the gear rotor and it is discharged towards the delivery side having the high pressure. Most of the liquid carries is discharged towards the delivery side, while a small quantity of liquid turns back to the suction side. The delivery side remains separately from the suction side through the flank of the meshing teeth and the other casing of the pump smaller to casing and minimum to leakage of liquid. During this missing of the gear teeth, a small closed shape or space of a cruising room is formed between them, and this cruising room attains minimum volume. Okay, then this liquid is trapped in the space can contain high pressure to damage of the flow. In this, what happened, the fluid comes from the left side port, that is the inlet port. It goes to the till driven gear. In that driven gear there is a flow through the means of motor to the driven gear. At that same time, when the driven gear moves at anti-clockwise, then driver gear or ideal gear will move to the clockwise direction. So they are connected to each other so that they rotate with the speed of motor. Then the liquid is trapped between this gear teeth, and the outlet port will get a higher pressure.